What's up, HyperFast Nation? Welcome to this episode of the HyperFast Agent Growth Show. Today, we are bringing you a quick peek at the HyperFast Summit and the keynote speaker, John Cheplak. For those of you who don't know, John Cheplak has been one of the top real estate coaches in the entire industry for multiple years. He's built multiple nine-figure business, Reside, Responsive Mortgage. He's built health and fitness businesses, coaching businesses, real estate teams. This guy has just crushed it in so many different areas, and he gave an amazing keynote at the HyperFast Agent Summit. Check it out here.
Welcome to the HyperFast Agent Growth Show. Get real strategies, real results, and real estate them differently. Lead generation, team building, AI, and more from billion-dollar agents, best-selling authors, international speakers, and real estate coaches, Kerry Shull and Dan Lesniak. Let's dive in!
Our keynote speaker has 36 plus years in real estate and is the go-to coach for top producing teams across North America when it comes to recruiting, retention, and leadership. A multiple-time Inc. 5000 CEO, his systems have added multiple billions in sales volume to teams and companies worldwide. Raw, high energy, and no nonsense. Give it up for John Cheplak!
What's going on, you guys? So we're going to get right in. Do I have a timer on here? I have an hour? Because I'll just roll. I think I've got it. Let's see here. Okay, cool. I want to read something to you, and this is going to set the tone for us, okay? Cody Weitzel and I got to talk with the next level agents here at eXp Realty today. Guess what we talked about? The basics. Shocker. Coming from the Apex camp, I know. Apex is a real estate team out in Lake Havasu, Arizona. And now I'm going to tell you what you guys don't want to hear. Cody is on track to do 2.4 million net income. This is an agent on a team. From door knocking, circle prospecting, social media, and open houses. But you're an innovator, aren't you? You want to know my definition of an innovator? An avoider. The most important thing that I want you guys to get, and I'm going to, I know you don't want to hear my story of how I grew up in a mobile home park and we had no running water and no heat and all that stuff. Isn't it funny? All those online marketers, like they all grew up in the same freaking mobile home park. It's the craziest shit you ever heard, man. But I'm going to tell you the story for the purposes of relatability so that you can come with a mindset and leave with a mindset of, well, I think I've got it tough. I can do anything that I want to do, because you can do anything that you want to do, okay? But I think a lot of what we're not doing right now that we want to do and need to do, okay, is because we complicate things. And so the keynote speaker comes in, and I asked, I have 38 years in the real estate industry, and people asked me this. They said, if there's one thing you regret, well, I don't live with regrets, but is there one thing you would have done differently? And I want you guys to really write these key things down, because I've got a level of success. I've got a track record. Here's what I do. I pay lots of money myself. I pay over $300,000 a year for coaching, personally. To write down what someone is doing that's doing really, 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 really well. Okay? So it's real important that you guys pay super close attention. You guys with me? Yes or no? Okay, cool. It's good to see some familiar faces out here, right? So here's the thing. Simple solves the complex. Period. You're probably not going to hear a single thing from me today that you haven't heard somewhere else. But here's what you're doing. You're skipping past it. See, the innovators, this is not me crapping on AI. I hired an AI coach personally over a year ago. But here's the thing you need to understand. It's not here to do your business for you. All these innovations are here to complement your business. It doesn't matter how much knowledge you have, all the tools you have, unless you execute the basic core fundamentals every single day. And it's important you guys get that. But I'm going to take you through where all of my career, you know what I was trying to do? And I want you to stop trying to do? Stop trying to prove yourself. And let me go a little bit deeper. Just show up and do your work every day. That's it. And if you were to look, see, I do these, any of you guys follow me on Facebook? Anyone here, a couple people? Have you guys seen where, wow, cool. Have you guys ever seen where, I'll say, hey, I'm driving to my ranch in Mississippi. I'm doing 7-minute free coaching calls. Any of you guys see me offer those out? Yeah, I'm doing 7-minute free coaching calls. Hit me up. Boom. Here's what you need to tell me. The coaching call's done in 4 minutes. Done. Because it's the basics. And so I hope when I spend my time with you guys today, number one, you go back to the basics and stay there. I'm going to share this with you because it's not to brag. I'm still the same old guy I've always been. I've built 2 8-figure net income businesses, sharing the principles that I'm going to share with you today without a marketing department. Let me say it again. Without a marketing department, without spending money on marketing. Now, I don't want to lie. When you start looking at that type of money, we play around and boost a post here and spend $5,000 or $10,000 or $15,000 in a year. We've recently exited a company. Well, John, that has nothing to do with me. You're a coach. I'm a real estate agent, or I'm a team leader. Really, here's what I want you to capture. Raise your hand if every single day you go out, whether you're a team leader, whether you're an agent on a team, you're an individual agent. You go out every single day and demonstrate your value to the marketplace. Someone measures whether you're worth it or not, and they choose you or you don't. Raise your hand if you do that every single day. Raise it. Oh, the rest of you don't do that? You don't go out to the buyers and the sellers? Let's try this again. Okay, no kangaroo arms. You don't go out to the marketplace and demonstrate your value and someone chooses whether you're worth it or not? Let's raise your hand if you do, okay? Of course you do. Wow, we got to get you going. Of course you do. Every day, and I want you to write this down too, make deposits in the business relationship equity account. And see, here's what you've been taught. Go out and make withdrawals and ask and close. Raise your hand if you love being sold. No, you don't. Everyone wants to buy, no one wants to be sold. So why do you fight human nature all the time? Everyone's about a script, the dialogue, and objection handler. Are they wrong? No, they're not wrong, but I have a little bit of a different approach. And it's some of the things that I'm going to talk to you guys about today too, okay? Let's talk about language patterns. Let's talk about self-discovery as the highest form of human persuasion. The most brilliant person in the room isn't the person that tells people what to do. It's the person that asks the most thought-provoking questions to get people to self-discover and make the choice. I want you to write these 2 down. External decisioning versus internal decisioning process. The external decisioning process is when I put my sales thing on you and I'm just putting it on thick, right? And you make a choice. Guess what happens when you get someone to make an external decision? Whether it's a recruit, whether it's a lead, whether it's a door knock, whether it's a FISBO. You know what happens when you get someone to say yes, but it was the pressure external. There wasn't enough internal decision that took place. Guess what they do? They go ask their expert real estate friend that sits in the cubby next to them at work. They question it. How many of you guys have experienced some fallout in your transactions lately? Anyone? The numbers are huge. They're huge nationwide. Because guess what? Here's the other part, the psychology you've got to know. Would you guys say the consumer's guard is up or down right now? Great. Would you say scale skepticism is higher than it's ever been right now? Or you say, no, it's average. Higher or average? Great. So who taught you the script dialogue and the sales process on lowering the guard of the consumer? Who's ever walked into a department store to buy shoes? Anyone? Yeah, great. So let's go through the script. Go ahead. What's the salesperson say? What do you say? Oh, you both got a script. So you're just looking, but you just walked in, you were just bored, and you decided to go to the mall? I get it. Some of us need therapy. I used to be that one. I've got too many Jordans. My wife's pissed, but that's how it goes. Now it's cowboy boots. So what's happening there? Someone is there with intention, but their guard is up. Who's teaching you how to lower their guard? And those are the places that I want to go with you too. Because, see, here's the thing. There are scripts and there's dialogues and there are objection handlers, and I'm not crapping on anyone, and I'm not saying don't use them. But then there's this next level, and it's called sophisticated communication. And there's this word that's used that you've heard before, copywriting. Well, wait a minute. When I'm on the phone, that's not copywriting. You want to bet? Where did the words come from? See, here's the thing we need to know right now more than ever. Every choice we make is based on the words we hear and the words that we see. Every choice. Am I using the right words? Okay? Or am I using the same words that everyone else is using? Am I pulling someone from point A to point B, or am I trying to push them from point A to point B? Why am I going into this? Because I did the, oh, I am wonderful, and I've got these companies, I've made a bunch of money, blah, 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 blah. Okay? That was just the credibility statement. And then I talked about I didn't have to go buy. I mean, listen, I know people right now that are selling 250 homes a year, and they're not buying a single lead. Not buying a single lead. Guess what they're doing? They're marketing on a consistent basis. Let me continue to read here. Cody is on track to do $2.4 million net income from door knocking, circle prospecting, social media, and open houses. Yes, you read it right. And this is, write this down, follow him if you don't. Great guy to follow, Dustin Runyon. Dustin Runyon. This is posted, I'm just reading straight from his social, client of mine, okay? Yep, you read that right, and you're focused, stay with me. And I'm not here to call you out. Let me say this. I'm going to call you out from a place of love, but not to embarrass you and make you bad, but have you go, oh, no shit, he's right. And I'm going to promise you, everyone else is wrong. You know how many people have told me, well, you need to leverage, and you need to this, and you need to that. And I said, show me your P&L. Show me your net income. Show me why your business isn't growing. And this isn't a contest of that, but raise your hand if you're in business for a profit. Anyone here? Oh, okay, good. So it's okay to talk about money, right? Yeah. Okay? Yep, you read that right. And you're focused on the gimmicks, the magic pills, and what's the best tech. Hilarious and at the same time sad. Everyone demonizing the activities that work in this business is insane to me. This is the greatest industry on the planet. Be grateful for the opportunity that is sitting in front of you. Have the humility to actually do the activities that produce a result. Your family, your clients, and your future depend on it. Losers make little things big. Winners make big things little. These activities are little work, light work. Couldn't be easier for the opportunity to make millions. Okay? Please share with me another industry where those activities produce that return. So yeah, that's documented. You can look up Cody also. Go ahead and follow Cody, K-O-D-Y-W-E-I-T-Z-E-L. How many of you guys are sick and tired of it? And I know that Carrie and Dan are not these people, and that's why it's a privilege to be here too. How many of you are sick and tired of going to seminars and people tell you what to do and you go back and it doesn't work? Well, because that person never did it, right? See, now more than ever, it's really, really important that you are learning from and taking action based on people that have gotten a result over time, okay? So one other piece before we dig in. Wasn't always this way. Some of the people in this room are going through a time in their personal life. Some of the people in this room are going through a time in their financial situation, in their business. That's called normal, and that's called life, okay? And you're okay. It's okay to not be okay. But what's not okay is to stay in the not okay and not do something about it. What's not okay, you guys, is not to have the humility and the vulnerability and the transparency to bring it forward. You guys with me on that? And that's the challenge with this business. This business is not hard. We make it hard. And when I share with you the things that people are doing, I wanted to share that with you because you want to know what? I'll guarantee most of you are shooting past the target. And I'm not saying everyone's got to go freaking bang FISBOs and expireds and door knock and cold call tomorrow. What I am saying, though, is that I guarantee, and going back to the 7-minute coaching calls, at minute 3, I've already found out what the problem is, and the thing they're not doing, they know they need to do every single day that would change everything. I want you right now to write down the one thing that you know you need to do every single day. And see, and watch this. See, you know what life is? Do you know what business is? Do you know what growth is? The relentless pursuit of the truth. Full stop. That's it. Let's just get to the truth. Oh, I call 5. I had someone call me. Yep, I've recruited 8 team leaders in the room. Team leaders? Okay, great. And then you've got team leaders, so recruiting is important to you. Any people that aren't team leaders but are recruiting to a downline, okay? Any downline? Okay, good, perfect, awesome. So watch this. I was on the phone with someone who says, I don't think this team thinks for me. Oh, really? Tell me it. Yeah, these damn agents, I got 3 of them, and they won't do work, and they're da-da-da-da-da-da-da. I said, yeah, okay, good. So how's your recruiting going? Oh, I've called everyone. No one wants to join me. Okay, good. This sounds like, here's what I want you to do. If you're a real estate agent, not to attack you, but ask yourself if you ever have these conversations. Oh, the leads suck, okay? I said, oh, you have? I said, great. So tell me how many people you've called in the last 30 days. Well, you told me you called everyone. So everyone, but you don't even have the numbers. Like the conversation's over right there, okay? How many agents here are an agent on a team? Raise your hand. Oh, good. Okay, agents on a team, keep your hands down. And so you're probably are you getting a level of leads? Are you guys all getting leads too? Or you have access to a database with leads? Really good. You do or you don't? Okay, good. But most of you, let's go, raise your hand if you are generating, you're purchasing leads, you've got Google pay-per-click, Realtor.com, Zillow, or your team leaders. Raise your hand if you are working a database with a bunch of leads. Raise your hands up high, okay? Cool, good. So, ready? Want to be rich? Good. And you can leave after I say this. So the rest of you, you know, I don't care whether there's 3 people left here, 4 people left here. I care that you get the truth that impacts your life, okay? Great. And raise your hand if you're having 22-minute conversations a day in the database. Oh, 22-minute conversations. Yeah, and she's a baller. 1. And you don't have to be good. And so watch this. And this is where the call comes to the group. And my wife is a Southern belle. Professional. She's no softie, so I'm working on my swearing. What do you do all day then? What are you doing? Like, what are you doing? Non-team leader, agent on a team. How many times do you think you should call a lead the first day? Come on, someone tell me. I'm not going to make fun of you. I'm going to make you bad. 3? At least 3? Okay, anyone else? 6 minimum. Guess how many times you should call them in the first week? See, some of you could leave right now. You know how many times you need to call them in the first week? 42. 6 times a day, 7 days, 42. I've got the data. I own Easy Home Search. This isn't about pitching products, not selling anything to you guys. I'm just telling you from the standpoint. I have my own Zillow company. We do lead per county, exclusive lead flow. Then I've got a CRM that sees all the data. I own my own CRM, similar to a follow-up boss, SureSend. So I get to see all the data. And guess what that means? I get to see how many calls people don't make. Well, I came here for something cooler from this keynote guy. Why isn't he telling me something cool so that I can avoid the hard work? He's no good. That's your choice. So I'm helping you right now. Ladies and gentlemen, any of you that are sitting here with anyone that has told you or a lead that's come in and you have not called them 42 times or until you have a conversation, it's not a bad lead, it's a bad real estate agent. I got the data. I've got the data. How many times have you filled out a lead form on a website and abandoned it? Oh, I'm in the middle of it. Oh, you don't complete it, okay? How many times have you filled out? See, let's get into, this game's not transactional. It's about human behavior. And when you understand human behavior, then you can really, really win, okay? How many times have you filled out a lead form on a website? You were very interested at the moment, and then that person starts blowing your phone up the next day and you never call them back. Any of you guys ever have that one happen? Yeah. I mean, these are the simple principles so that you can win, okay? The number one thing to look at is, what's the one thing? So what I want you guys to write down is this. 12 months from today, we're having a conversation. You're really, really happy about where your business and life is. Tell me what your business would look like. You don't need to tell me. I need you to write it down. What does your business and life see? Because here's the thing we need to learn. See it, then do it. See it, then do it. What does your business look like? What does your personal life look like? Like, you've got to be articulate. You know, here's the thing. Ready? Many of you probably feel at times your business is unpredictable. Is that fair enough to say? Unpredictable, heads nod? Yeah, because you're unpredictable. Well, that was complicated, wasn't it? This guy is second grade level. Yes, I am second grade level. Because you want to know what? I get to sit in the rooms with billionaires. And what's really, really, you think you're going to go in this room and, oh, they're going to say this magical thing. No, they're second grade level. But they do it over and over and over. See, what if you have 22-minute conversations a day on the phone 5 days a week? What would happen? Would you get better? Oh, yeah. No, I'm going to go to a class. And you need to be in classes, and you need to be learning. But that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. Okay? What you've got to do is you've got to get on the play of field. The challenge of where your income may be, it's not the marketplace. You think it's the interest rates. You think it's the war. You think it's politics. No, it's not. It's you. Last time I checked, there will be someone listing their home today. Someone will buy a home today, and someone will close on a transaction. True or false? Great. You just got to get better and be the person that gets it. And I want to share something with you guys right now. When the market's good, it's hard. What do you mean? Because anyone can make money. In a more real market, you guys, this is the most opportune time in the world. Because what are most real estate agents talking about right now? Drama. Real estate agents are drama. Drama and excuses. All this stuff. If you will, I promise you, and I don't care, I'm talking about Dustin, who wrote that post. He's a team leader. So they recruit agents. He's also a developer. He's a developer who 5 years ago was living in a hotel room with one car and his wife and their dog. And now he has the #1 team in EXP for their division. Guess what he did? He talked to 20 people a day. I don't care what your job is, what your role is, what your career is. If you will promise me, I mean, I've done more than my work here. If you will, because you can call me back and say, this isn't working, that isn't working, and I'll ask you a question. Did you talk to 20 people 2 minutes a day? 20 people 2 minutes every single conversation. Did you? Or did you not? See, no one can help you when you don't do the work. That's the thing. And what I would challenge you with is this. Those 22-minute conversations, here's what I'd say. Ready? Go to work, make those calls. It should take you 2.5 hours. We've timed this stuff. Like, I'm into the science. I'm not that smart of a guy. I keep it really, really simple. So what's the simple math? What's the simple science, okay, that's going to, if I do this, I'll get that. It'll be 2.5 hours. Now here's what I want you to do. After you do that 2.5 hours of dialing, go goof off for a couple days. Because you're going to have a freaking gong show on your life with appointments and business going on. See, no one's bored or no one's down in business. They're just not doing the work that they need to do, okay? I just wanted to lay that simple thing. No matter what, when you leave here, if you will go and have 22-minute conversations with people a day, whether it's in recruiting or whether it's building your downline or whether it's the database or your sphere of influence, you'll be rich. I promise you. Back to the story real quick from the relatability. Some people are having a tough time this year. Some people had a tough couple of years. I've had tough times too. I don't stand up here, I got it all right. So if you're sitting in here, here's what I know in a room like this. I'll just be straight up. Some of you got massive tax problems. You're real estate agents, probably 50% of you. It's okay, you're not a bad person. okay? Some of you are overextended. Some of you don't know where the next payment's going to come from. And it don't matter. I can be in the highest level rooms. I can be in a brand new agent room. It's universal, you guys. I'm not picking on you. This is real. And you're not bad or you're not wrong, okay? The only wrong thing that you would do is leave here and not do something about it, okay? I'm 59 years old, 41 years old. I owned a bicycle, had $5 to my name, and I lived in the Homewood Suites in Las Vegas after I came out of rehab. I owed the IRS $4.3 million. By the way, anyone here see, because this isn't the trailer story. I want to give you this story to know you can do anything. That's all. And probably most, if not everyone in this room is younger than me. Aren't even at 41 years old when all this was going on. And I had built my career, caught up in, oh, I'm so wonderful, look at me, big ego, low self-esteem, all that stuff. Yep, every bit of it. Every bit of it. Some of you, any of you guys seen, just so it's not someone who's telling a good story here, anyone seen the post of the pictures of my tax liens, 900,000, 700,000? Yeah, there's heads nodding here. So I'm not making stuff up to sound cool, because it's really not cool. God, how can you be so stupid, actually? Well, the IRS, $4.3 million. Credit cards for $500,000. Why am I going here? Because no one here has a business problem. You have a personal development problem. And the things you're going to hear from me are the things that are about personal development. They're going to be about your principles and how you show up every day. See, here's the gig, you guys. We're all just trading chips in this lifetime. You don't own anything. I don't own anything. So you know what the thing you do own, though, is who you become every day. See, the work's not about the result. The work's about who you're becoming every single day. Because here's the problem. See, we can improve incrementally every single day. Business can go up and down and up and down, and that's why your life is a roller coaster, right? So I owed them $4.3 million and owed $500,000 to credit cards. So I said to my brother, I said, I'm going to file bankruptcy. He says, no, you're not. If someone owed you that money, what would you want them to do, pay me? He says, good, you're going to pay them. I said, dude, I mean, I've got a bicycle. I mean, I'm trying to stay alive. I've been to rehab 9 times for 20 years, in and out, okay? He says, yeah, well, here's the thing. You've proven you know how to make money. You've proven that you're talented. You've proven you're skilled. But you know what you haven't proven? You haven't proven you can be a really good person. So watch what I just said. I'm not saying you're a bad person. But the wealth that I started with, the success that I've had, I had those skills before. I had the business skills before. But I didn't have the be a good person part before. And we've all got things, okay, going on that we can face and we can encounter. And I'm going to tell you something, you're going to have a breakthrough. So guess what I did? I faced up, and I worked every single day. I turned my TV off. If you have a financial problem right now, turn your TV off. If you have a financial problem right now, stop eating out. It's really simple. If you have a financial problem right now, stop hanging out with the people at the places that aren't going to take you where you want to go. This is how simple. See, growth, you know, it is interesting. If this was 18 years ago, I'd be presenting to you a whole different thing. Let me tell you how to be all magical. And I'm going to talk to you a little bit about strategy, tactic, and all that stuff. But you want to know what I learned? That's all BS. Because that's not what gets in the way. Because here's what I learned. To grow and do really, really, really big things, it's the people you hang out with, the place you go, and the things you do. Period. It's the boundaries and the restrictions, okay? And the big one, though, is what am I willing to sacrifice? Write this down. Season, reason, lifetime. Season, reason, lifetime. And some of you have significant other, you have children, and I tell my coaching clients this too, one-on-one. I'll say, hey, listen, where do you want to go? I want to go here. Great. Is your wife or your husband aligned with this? Well, you know, they're cool. I go, no, they're not cool. You need to sit down with them, have a conversation with them, and let them know, like you need to first have a conversation with yourself on where you're going to go. But most importantly, why are you going to go there? Not because that will get me to the top of the EXP, you know, production list, or it'll get me this or that. No, for you. Like a lot of people just say, I'm going to go here, but you want to know why they don't get there? Because it's not in alignment with who they really are and what they want their life to look like. Well, the business looks good, but my life is a shit show. And that unconsciously shows up. So number one, where am I going? What do I want to have 1 year from today? 1 year from today, tell me what your life and your business look like. Now, number two, who's going to be part of that decision? Is there someone you need to sit down with and have the conversation and say, here's where I'm going. This is the target. It's clear. Here's what it's going to require of me. Here is what it will require of me. It will require sacrifice, but here's the deadline. Because you can't go on and on and on and on and on like that. I used to do 114 coaching calls a week. Now I do 60, and I don't take on other coaching clients anymore. I won't. That's not my thing, okay? I mean, it is my thing with my people, but not growing my coaching list is not my thing. And then you sit down with whoever that is and say to them, this is going to be for a season. It's for a reason, and it's going to impact us for a lifetime. Emotion creates motion. Emotion creates motion. Why is that important? Because if the work that's required, the monotonous, mastering the mundane, is not connected to something emotional that's going to charge you and move you, you're going to quit. You'll quit. It's really, really that simple. So here's what I did. I just knocked it off. And so watch this. Do you think I could have any goals? Like, I owe the IRS money. I owe $500,000. What kind of goals could I have other than, I mean, when you've got a tax lien, you can't buy things. You can't own things. Well, I'm going to buy a new car. Actually, I did, and guess what they did? They had access to and audited my bank account. They called up my CPA, who had a power of attorney with me, because I didn't want to talk to them, because I wanted to stay focused, and made me sell it. You can't go buy a new car. Fortunately, he told them that I was in real estate, and I was able to keep it. I still have that. It's in my home in Vegas. But here's what I did. I did the same thing over and over and over every single day. And what's really, really interesting is the things that I did over and over and over again, I'm going to share with you, and they will work for you 100%. Okay? And here's what happens. What happens is, you know what the goal was? And I want you to have this goal, this commitment, this vision. Who you're becoming, not what you're getting. Like, when you wake up in the morning tomorrow, who am I becoming? Because you know the challenge. Have any of you seen people get really, really successful, make a lot of money, and then for some reason they implode, things don't go so good? Have you guys ever seen that? Maybe it's happened to you. Yeah, you want to know why? Because, ready? They out-earned their identity. They out-earned their identity. Here's what you need to know. Your business right now, so think about this too. If your business isn't where you want to be, you know what? I would stop. The first place is not to go with, well, what about my leads? What about this? What about that? You know, the first place that I would go to is I would look at your personal development. I'll write these two down. Emotional intelligence and emotional maturity. Emotional maturity is a person that does what they say they're going to do. Emotional maturity is the person that takes personal responsibility for every single outcome. See, if I'm sitting at a stop sign and you rear-end my car, whose fault is it, you guys? Whose fault is it if you rear-end me and I'm parked? Whose fault? No, it's mine. I was there. That's personal responsibility. Okay, ready? Watch this. Are there any things you want to have change in your life or your business right now? Any of you guys have some things you want to have change? Yeah, not good, bad, maybe better. Okay, good. So here's the thing I want you to do. I want you to go back to that personal thing. I want you to go back to that business thing, okay? And I want you to look at it like this and say, I can't change what I don't own. How did I create it? Period. You can't change what you don't own. Period. If you will do the simple things I talked about, no matter what your role is, team leader, individual agent, agent on a team, someone who wants to recruit your downline, if you will live by those two pieces, you have 22-minute conversations a day, and you take personal responsibility over every single outcome, you can't lose. But there's so many other things. You know the problem is, All the so many other things don't matter, because you know what most people are doing? They're trying to put a roof on a house that isn't framed and doesn't have a foundation. And please, don't take this wrong. You're fortunate that you've got progressive leaders in this room that are exposing you to AI. You know the problem with most of you? You don't even talk to enough people a day, so it don't matter if you got AI. You don't even go to work. Like, you know what I want to do with each and every one of you? I mean, and we'll find out some good stuff. You know, what if, here's one thing I want you guys to think about. What if we put a body cam on you and your family could watch you for a full day? And they'd say, that's a job? Well, I was working on this thing. I'm working on this thing. Okay? I mean, listen, how many people here could take a look at your calendar over the last 30 days, know the things that you need to do or needed to do, and just didn't do them at a consistent level? How many of you guys are willing to admit that? Okay, good. All right, 5 honest people, 35 liars. I've been in this business long enough. No, see, why do I bring that up to you? Because, okay, raise your hand if you're perfect. Okay, so then you're just trapped, okay, because you lied earlier. No. The growth of your business is inside your business, not outside your business. If you want to change your outer world, you got to change your inner world. And your inner world is in that emotional intelligence and that emotional maturity. You guys all tracking with me? Okay, good. How do we do it? See, right now you think you have a whole bunch of choices, and I want you to write down MVP, most valuable player. Don't spell out most valuable player, but I want you to write down MVP. It's an acronym, all right? Okay? And here's what they stand for. Mission, values. I might be screwing up the video that they want. Probably should stay up here. Is there video? Oh, yeah, there is. Yikes. Misbehaving. Rookie speaker, right? Mission, values, principles. Oh, I've read that before. See, watch this. And a gentleman in the back that I just met today, he says, you know, we don't need to learn more. We need to be reminded. And see, and if you've heard someone today, or even hearing me, oh, I've heard that before. Oh, you have? Good, so you're executing 100%. No, you're not. You're not executing at 20%. I know. Like when you do 5,000 one-on-one coaching calls a year for 5+ years with the best in the world, documented by their rankings, you come to find out what's true and what's not. So I want to have you go back and revisit this. Today's Wednesday, so maybe it's over the weekend, maybe it's tonight. See, here's the thing for me, because I'm a very simple person. I find that people that complicate things don't get things done. Okay, because they get overwhelmed. And so I have to keep things really, really simple. See, you think you have multiple choices every day. You have one choice every day. Will you make your decision based on your mission, values, and principles? The problem is you don't have them. Okay, well, this is what I value. This is a principle. No, they don't run through your veins. Okay, so here's your definition. My uneducated, but it worked out okay for me. Okay, definition of mission. Okay? Something that serves the greater good. Period. What do you do every day in your business that serves the greater good? See, the mistake that we make when we're out there prospecting and we're marketing, who are we typically thinking about? Let's be honest. Ourselves and our results. You've got it backwards. You've got it backwards. And you think people say no to you. No, you know what they're saying to you? The business relationship equity account is empty. You haven't made deposits in the business relationship equity account, period. Values. This is my definition of values, okay? Values are the experience that I want you to have of me and me to have of you. You to have of me and me to have of you. Do you have it ingrained in you right now when you're on the phone with someone, when you interact with a recruit, when you're talking to your downline, when you're training? Are you crystal clear on the experience that you are so passionate about and believe in that you want people to have of you? Are you? I don't need the answer. I am. Fun, love, dignity, respect, humility, vulnerability, transparency, volunteerism. Fun, love, dignity, respect, humility, vulnerability, transparency, volunteerism. Those are values, see, to go to. Now let me go to principles, okay? Principles are law, okay? 4 core principles. What are the laws that guide you no matter what? Number 1, personal responsibility. I will tell you this. I'm going to come back to it. Because we always catch yourself anytime you blame something else. Well, the market's bad. Oh, okay. Well, you're going to sit in the bad market for a while. Okay? How's your behavior? I mean, it's really, the math is the path. I mean, who would agree that you had to do probably about 75% less work to generate a sale in 2021? Fair enough? About 7, yeah, right? Well, wow, that was real hard to figure out. So then that means I just need to do more work. Well, I don't want to. Well, then get a different job or stop complaining. Like, it's not that complicated, right? The market's not bad. The market's different. See, what I want you to do is write down the word bad, and I want you to strike that word. The market is the contrast you need to show you what you need to do. That's it. Principles. Personal responsibility. I own every outcome. The most valuable thing that you could go back to, and we've got to sit with ourselves, and you heard it in my values: humility, vulnerability, transparency. You got to sit with yourself. If you want to grow and you want to go to like really, really big places, it's not magical, man. It's inside you. When you can get humble with yourself and vulnerable with yourself and transparent with yourself and say, you know what? Where am I blaming everything but me? Anything. The quality of the leads, that seller, you picked him, my ex-husband, you picked him too? Might be a pattern. I mean, listen, my 2 former wives, ex sounds so rude to me, but whatever. So you're going to say, well, mine is an ex. But anyways, great human beings. There was one common denominator with those 2 former wives of mine. Anyone want to guess what it was? This dipshit. Okay, I had to grow up, and I did, and I've been fortunate with my wife. There's a few people in here who know her. She's awesome, and I'm a lot of work, but she keeps me in line. Leave here and take responsibility. Okay, own every out. I want you to write a list of what am I not owning? What am I complaining about in my life? Okay. Then underneath that, see, these are the exercises, man. If you wake up every day, and Carrie and I had a great opportunity to spend some time together backstage talking about these things, just in general, right? Okay. Then we start looking at the things, okay? Like for example, you don't like your boss? Well, it's not, so that's your problem. You chose him. You chose him. Like you did. Okay? You don't like what you're paid? Well, freaking do better. Well, they should give me a raise because I've been here this long. That ain't how you get money. You know how you earn more money? You give more. Give more than expected of you. Just how it is. And no one asked me, no team leaders asked me. I just know because you know what? Those are the things that really, really work. Lose your entitlement that you have. Lose your entitlement as a team leader. Lose your entitlement as an agent. Lose your entitlement as a staff member. Don't be a doormat. But you want to know what? If you want more, time on task doesn't get you more. Giving more than's expected of you gets you more. That's how life works, man. Right? Personal responsibility. Number 2, commitment. You know what I want you guys to do? I want you to take this word here, okay? Oh, it is flimsy. I got to be light. Lose it. A goal is just a good idea. Let's go inside the human brain. I got close. I tried. I'm shooting for my goal. You want to know what I like a goal versus the second principle of commitment? Because commitment's measured one way. How's commitment measured? Anyone know? You did it or you didn't. Period. Well, I got close. I tried. Oh, good job. Try better. Versus, and this is what people don't like, what'd you commit to? And that's why I want you guys to be real clear with yourself. What'd you commit to? How much? By when? Did you do it? Well, did you do it? You know it. Did you do it? Well, I'm going to try. No, I didn't. Great. What got in the way? In the realm of all that's possible, could you have kept the commitment? Knowing what you know now, what would you do differently? Congratulations on what you have accomplished. Do you want to recommit? See, this is a mental game, you guys. It's really that simple. commitment. Personal responsibility, commitment. Commitment. Accountability. And this is where you've got to do deep work. It's just the way it is. Most of you were held accountable in your youth the wrong way. You were condemned. You were judged. And so what happens is, see, losers move away from accountability. Winners move towards accountability. Losers move away from accountability. Winners move towards accountability. Now, if you have someone in your life that doesn't know how to hold you accountable the right way, then that's a different situation. But what you've got to do is, see, here's a definition I want you to write down about accountability. If you can do personal responsibility, talk to 20 people, embrace accountability, you won't lose. Who has a voice of reason in their life, a person where you're going to try something or do something crazy and you say, what's your name, sir? Wesley? And I go, hey, Wesley, you know, Wesley's my boy. We're tight. We've been friends forever. He said, Wesley, I'm thinking about doing this. And Wesley go, you are a stupid ass. What are you thinking? And you'd go, what, really? Yeah, man, you know better than that. Okay? Want to know, why can Wesley do that? Love. Okay, man, put your man card away. Love. Accountability is the highest form of love. Ladies, I know you've got someone too. What do you think of this outfit? What do you think of me? Your hair looks like shit. What are you doing? Really? No way. But if someone comes off the street and tells you your hair looks like shit, you're going to freaking knock them out, right? And call them a lot of different languages, things. Are you discerning this? See, these are the little things that we run from. We run from personal. You're not running from phone calls. You're not running from rejection. You're running from principles. You're running from principles. Accountability is the highest form of love you can show a human being, period. Now, here's the thing. If you have someone in your life that's holding you accountable, what you've got to watch for is the language they use. How many leaders here are in a role, or anyone here is in a role where they hold people accountable? Anyone? Raise your hands. Good, good. So let me help you with that, okay, on the accountability thing. See, listen, if you're not holding people accountable, you are lacking integrity. You're lacking integrity. We need a specific, measurable commitment with a deadline, how much, by when, right? And so when we take a look at this, if you keep moving away from accountability, all you're doing is kicking the can down the road. You are just avoiding it. So we take a look at personal responsibility. We take a look at, do I do what I say I'm going to do? That's commitment. It's only measured that way. Now we've got accountability. But I need to help you do it right. When you sit down with someone for accountability, the first thing to do is this. Let's check in. Where are you at versus where you wanted to be? Where are you at versus where you wanted to be? Knowing what you know now, what could you have done differently? What am I doing? I'm not telling, hey, you need to make this many calls. If you don't do that, you're not going to get your kids in private school next year. You're not going to be able to go on that vacation. You know, this is the 10th time we've had this meeting. No. Self-discovery is the highest form of human persuasion. Oh, wait a minute. Could I use that in recruiting? Oh, yeah. See, what you're doing as a leader, you're trying to recruit someone to take action. What you're doing as a real estate agent, you're trying to recruit someone to take action. Are you following this? I mean, this is really simple. All we all do every single day is to try and move someone from point A to point B. But raise your hand if you can make someone do something. It's good. I got her on the raise your hand. No. Who's got kids? Yeah, keep that hand up if you can make them do shit. Can't get them to do jack shit. Right? How many of you play games and manipulate? Hey, if you do this, we'll do that. I mean, we've got animals, you know, and so we do tricks with our animals, too, to get them. They're like our kids. We think if you own animals, they should be treated like a family member. Let me help you. This will help you in a recruiting interview. This will help you in working with a buyer or a seller at a presentation, on the phone, in a coaching session. Lose the word why from your vocabulary right now. See, the only way to move people is to get their guard down. When I ask you, did you do it? What's your name, sir? Ramey? Ramey, okay? So, Ramey, let's pretend that you come in to take 2 listings this week, okay? And now I'm checking in with you, right? And you didn't do it, okay? So, Ramey, hey, let's check in. What did you commit to last week? What were you going to do? 2 listings. Great. Did you get them? See, and he doesn't listen either. I told him to say he didn't get them. You didn't. Ready? Watch. Why? It's over. It's over. Okay? Now we go here. Okay, knowing what you know now, what could you have done differently? He's just going to tell me a story. You guys, like your life, like these, don't abandon your listing presentation, your buyer presentation, your recruiting interview, but by God, have it framed with questions that allow self-discovery. So knowing what you know now, well, I could have called more people. Okay, great. So is that about your schedule? Is that about discomfort? What do you think it's about? What do you think it's about? Okay? See, slow is, watch this. Anyone that's done coaching with people, you want to get to the truth and be precise, right? Slow is fast and fast is slow. And you've got to, that time that you'll take with someone or that time someone takes with you can move them because they self-discover it versus, okay, because here's what you don't want a coaching session to be. Here's what you don't want a presentation to be, okay, is, okay, I'm just going to get through this and move on. There's no growth in that, right? Personal responsibility, commitment, accountability, and here's the last one. And this is going to take us into what's going to really move your business. The last one is this. Woo! Oh, I already lost my pen. That's about how I play here. Cool. Oh, no, it's in my pocket. Kind of like, where's my phone? Right there. Contribution. Period. This is one of the most loosely used terms in our industry. I want you to move away from cause and effect, investment return. See, the reason people are saying no to you right now, I don't know if you've ever been in this situation, but I have at some point. We all, I mean, listen, I think, anyone here ever go through, from the time you moved out on your own up until now, you ever go through some money problems? Anyone ever have money problems here? Oh, good. Okay, 7 more liars in the room, but that's all right. Go to the ATM machine, put money in. Shit, must be broken. The machine's saying no. You haven't made deposits. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll use an example of my son, okay? Well, he's not in real estate. He's a real estate coach. Never sold real estate in his life. A year ago, he decided to get into coaching. He built an online fitness and nutrition business. He was a personal trainer, and I said, hey, come on, be a coach. Let's build a Cheplak Live Wellness. So, coaching online for fitness and nutrition. Cool, great. So what do? You post 3 times a day, you email every single day, and you give away lead magnets. Does that sound like real estate people could do that too? Yes or no? Yeah. Oh, but they tell us that, that's avoiding the work. Well, you got to do the other work too. Okay? Well, because I see his P&L. In December, he did $200,000 in income. And there's one reason why. Contribution. Period. What I want to take you guys into that's the foundational stuff. Here's what I need you guys to know. Ready? I teased you up front about being an innovator. Okay? But now I'm going to ask you a question, and this is where the opportunity is to really grow, because if you are doing it, then I'm going to ask you some specific questions, okay? Everything rises and falls on contribution. People aren't saying no to you because you used the wrong script. People are saying no to you because you have not made enough deposits in the business relationship equity account. People are saying no to you because they don't know you, like you, trust you. Oh, wait a minute, that's older than you are, that term. Isn't that funny? Yeah, that term is older than me. And it's still the truth. How many of you pay someone more for a service you could get somewhere else cheaper and just as good because of the person that's delivering that service? I see the heads nodding. Okay? Earlier, I talked about being an innovator. I think it's important. I'm really happy. I mean, I'm not going to be a hypocrite and say, I hired an AI coach, but you don't need to worry about it. Well, here's what I'd say to you, okay? What you need to worry about, though, is not putting a roof on a house that isn't framed. Because here's what's going to happen. You just keep spinning and spinning and spinning and spinning and spinning. So this keynote guy's here to teach me one thing. I am. What is the highest ROI marketing tool on the planet? Who knows? Email. This may come, I hope it's not ego, but oh well, if it doesn't, I don't care. I operate from my heart. I know I am. I'm rich. Rich because of email. Period. But I'm rich in my family life, though, too. Don't get me wrong. 100%. I can pay for surgeries at UCLA because I'm the insurance. I can pay for surgeries at Mayo Clinic because I'm the insurance. When the Vegas hospital, my daughter's had 6 heart surgeries in the last 14 months. And she was in that Vegas hospital. Last night was the first time I wrote about this. And she was laying in that hospital bed, and the lady came in, this doctor. She says, I would get in so much trouble for this. She's the lead heart surgeon. She says, get out of here. You're a zebra. We treat horses. Because of my daughter's heart condition. She had 31 heart surgeries now. This year's just been a real impactful one. Email paid for that. Email and 3 social media posts a day. My son launched a personal, his fitness and nutrition business online. Email every day. Tony Hansen, you guys can look him up, okay? Paracle Realty. And I'm giving you the examples, ladies and gentlemen. And there's people in here who know who's, when I give you names, there's people who know who these people are, okay? I'm going to tell you some stories, right? Okay. Tony Hansen, my client, just so you know what the basics are of it. I'm $2,000 for a 20-minute coaching call, and you got to do one a week with me. It's $100 a minute, period. That's how it is, okay? For 6 months, every week with their managers. They're in Charlotte and Raleigh up in there. 20 minutes, 4 managers. Guess what we talked about once a week for 6 months? Any guesses? How many calls did your agents make this week? Did you increase it, yes or no? So let's do some math here. $8,000 a month, they paid $48,000 for 6 hours of my time. Okay? Huh. They were up. And then I said, have we established a new standard? Watch this, you guys. I don't want you to do more. I want you to establish a new standard. You know, if you're a great marketer and marketing's your thing, do that thing. If it's the phone, do that thing. If it's recruiting, do that thing. But just establish a new standard. So we're 6 months into this, and I said, leaders, have we established a standard? Can you imagine that, guys? I'm going to pay you $2,000 to talk to my 4 managers for 20 minutes and make sure they make enough calls? Well, I don't know. What else should we do? Should I entertain them, or should I talk about what matters? What a concept. What a concept. But people fool us and think we need to do all this complicated stuff. I said, okay, good. Next phase. On the coaching call, we're going to hold that standard. Good. We're not going to let it drop. Good. We'll keep growing. Good. Good. Next. Everyone go into the CRM and let me know On average, how many emails are being sent out to each lead a month? So this is a database with, I don't know, 500,000. You might have 1 million leads in there. Tell me what the average amount of emails were that the consumer received per month from their agents, from their company. What was the average number? Go ahead, throw a number out. 1. 1. So guess what we did for the next 6 weeks? Boring John. Great. You're going to sit down, and I want to challenge you. Okay? See, how many of you have ever in your career worked on scripts and dialogues, objection handling? I have. Any of you? Oh, you have. Okay, good. Oh, so they're words, aren't they? Oh, that's right. So if I can send something by putting a button to thousands of people, wow, that's a script or a dialogue. What a concept. Oh, but then I can do it on social media too. What a concept. And not spend money. And write it in my own words. So I said, sales managers, here's what you're going to do at every sales meeting the next week. You're going to work together with them to write a 7-sentence email. Okay? A 7-sentence email. One that's value-based, one that doesn't ask people. So let me give you some examples. You guys, you can go into, like I am a fan of, because I am a copywriter. That's my thing. I'm a writer. And we've tested it with Spring Benson. She was using AI to write emails, and then she was writing emails, and we tested it. Handwritten emails outperform AI 10-1. Period. Period. But listen, write this down the two. But done's better than perfect. So don't not do it. Cheplak's looking over my shoulder saying, well, this is going to be shit since I didn't write it, so I'm not doing it. Okay? Just get the habit. So they spent the sales meeting. You guys, watch this. John, we're in 2026, and you're talking to us about how many people we should call and an email and writing. Yes, because guess what? 2 words. It works. So we did that the next 6 weeks. Guess what happened? Answer rate went up 40%, and appointments went up 40%. How many of you have at least 100 people in your database right now that you could email? 100 people. Raise your hands up high, high, high. Okay, good. I promise you. And how many of you are writing? And this isn't to pick on. I'm here to discover the little gaps. See, it's like, oh, that sounded really cool, and you go back and go to do it. It's like, oh, shit, that's complicated. I'm not going to do it. Well, I'm going to give you something that's really simple. It's not sexy, so then it's not expensive enough or hard enough, so you won't do it. But the ones that do win really, really big. My highest level recruiters, best salespeople, they're freaking following this process no matter what business you're in. Email works. Here's what I want you to do, okay? I need you to go back, right? And number 1, create a spreadsheet. And what I want on that spreadsheet is the date the email was sent, the subject line, and the open rate. The date the email was sent, the subject line, and the open rate. Now, if you're going to I'll give you some simple ones. And by the way, one of the things you'll notice about me is I'll mention names, not to name drop, but so that you can go do research and see that's a real human. You know what I mean? Oh, this person did this when? Back in 1925? Eva Lynn, EVA space LIN. Eva Lynn did $150 million as a coaching client of mine, EXP agent. Have you guys met Eva before or no? No? Okay. We tried to turn leads on for her, and she said, turn them back off. I've got too much business. So here were her emails that she sent. Ready? You've never heard these before, so get ready. It's going to blow your freaking mind. And some of you are going to see it. I just want to catch you. See, this is where excellence is or is not. You think excellence is this magic thing in a gold box, and it's not. It's seeing these little things. Okay? It's the execution consistently. She did a market update email first week of the month. The next one she did, community events for the month. Next one she did was local, highlighting a local restaurant. The next one she did was something with a mortgage company, giving a mortgage update. That's all. Oh, yeah, but that don't work. Really? Oh, cool. So you've been doing that for 6 months, once a week? Bullshit. See, that's the beautiful thing is, and be careful what you know, people say this complicated stuff, but it's simple. See, it's the person that stays with it. She did 150 million. That's it. Here's what I need you guys to do. I need you, and watch this. I've spent probably 7 figures on coaching for copywriting. So that's why I'm neurotic about copywriting. What's most important for me, okay, and for Dan and for Carrie is for you guys to take action. It's the most important thing. So do this for me. Go into chat, go into Claude, go into Gemini, go into any of the environments you're in and ask it, please write me 4 7-sentence emails that are about A, B, C, D, where the consumer would feel they're getting value from me, not that I'm trying to sell them. And it feels like a deposit. Now watch this. You know where people blow it? Guess what they do? Anyone want to guess where they blow it in these emails? Ready? If you'd like a free CMA, reach out to me. No links at all. Let me give you some science here, working with Dean, Graziosi, and Tony. I'm in a mastermind. There's 23 of us. It's not I'm the wonderful. It's the truth. Zenith Private Mastermind, $240,000 a year, 23 people, invite only. Okay? We meet 3 times a year for 3 days. So I've got pretty good data. Any of you guys ever been on a Dean or Tony's online events they do? Any of you guys ever done those? Sure you have. They get millions of people on there. So they've got the data, and they send the emails afterwards. Do not ask for anything until at least 7 value-based emails. Nothing. Don't ask for a CMA. Don't ask for an appointment. Nothing. Okay? Now what I want you to do is this. Now take that spreadsheet that's really simple, subject line. Let me help you with email, why email doesn't work, okay? Okay, the first part is, number 1, you've got to get that thing delivered. Stop using heavy stuff in there, okay? I've learned right now, like, just text inside the body of your email. No links, okay? Just trust me, test this for 90 days, okay? Watch what happens. It's an intelligence gatherer too, okay? And then you use your AI to guide you. Wait till I tell you what you do there. So then, here's what you do. Your admin person, are you on staff, admin, leadership team? You're an agent. Oh, you're an agent on her team, okay? Yeah, you do this for yourself too with your leads that you have or whatever's in your database. All you guys, okay? So watch this. Do not measure the open rate until 36 hours after. Email has a 36-hour open rate because we've watched and studied it over time. And so at about 36 hours, it stops getting opened. And then I want you to document it, okay? Now watch this. If you get, stay with me, if you get 30+% open rate, then you got to bump it up. Go into chat and get some help. And start emailing Monday, Thursday, 6 a.m. We're emailing every single day, you guys. How many of you are on my email list? Any of you? Keep your hand up if you have received 3 or 4 emails from me in one day. Look around, you guys. In one day. Guess what my average open rate is? 53%. How come? Why would I get that? Well, you're John Cheplak. Well, I ain't shit. Value. They'll keep opening it because they know there's enough in there. I'm a magnet. I want you to be a magnet. I don't want you to be a salesperson. I want people to tell you what to do next, not you to ask them to do something next. See, that's this thing of contribution. Everyone wants to buy. No one wants to be sold. Know, like, trust, the basics. So your subject line. Let's come back to your email real quickly, and I'll get back to what you guys do to manage this. Ready? And this is top teams doing this. This is what blows them up. Like, there's a level you get to where it's just like a subtlety or a nuance, okay? Your subject line needs to be a bold statement, a question that they want, a bold statement around a subject important to them, a bold statement that calls something out, or my favorite, and people that are on my email list know this, incomplete sentence. Like literally write the sentence and break it up in the middle, put an ellipsis at the end of the subject line. That's a banger every single time. And then guess what? Here's the second piece now, okay? So we got to get it delivered. We keep the weight of the file really, really light. Ooh, I got to get flying, huh? Time. keep it light so it gets delivered. Well, what's next? Open. So write this down. Delivered, opened, okay? Uh-oh, what next? Read. Read. So here's what I want you to do. Lose the greeting in the first sentence. That's wasted real estate. Everyone open up your email app right now. You've got 3 lines of real estate, basically. And you got 3 seconds. So here's what I want. I want if your subject line isn't, if it's not an incomplete sentence, okay, so boom, boom, I want to go more, then here's what I need you to do with that email. What I need that first line to be is like a subhead. Okay? What happened in the Baton Rouge marketplace last month? Question mark. And you know my first sentence is going to be? Bad grammar is great copywriting. ... my first sentence, no greeting. And the one thing that could dramatically impact the price of homes. It's the first. I'm not here to have you feel good of, dear Sally, I'm here to get you to read my shit. How come? Because here's what sales is, or recruiting, or anything. They're at point A, you want to be in point B. You know what? The more content you consume of mine, I'm seeding the next step. I'm seeing the next step. And so then guess what happens? When you get closer, you get here. Guess what you do? You just go, hey, Liz, tell me what to do next. Tell me what to do next. How many of you guys had someone work with you and just be so great? And you're like, will you just ask me to buy, please? Tell me what to do. Many of the people that I come encounter with, they don't know whether I'm there, but I just have an interaction, and I watch for the contributor. I said, listen, I bought 15 four-wheelers for my ranch last year. This gentleman trains our horses. He is just a sweetheart of a man. I see him with his daughters, his wife, everything about him. And I'm a shopper. I'm going to grind you. I just am. David, tell me which 15 to buy, which one, how much, and I'm going to wire the money. I trust you. Have any of you guys ever bought something that way? Have any of you done that? Of course you have. How come? Well, why can't we take that into our business? And that's what email can do for you, okay? So now you want it read. Here's a couple other rules too, and you want them to read downhill. Remember this, email is read top, bottom, middle. They read the first paragraph, they go to the last. What the hell's this guy sending to me? And then the middle, okay? No paragraphs more than 3 lines on your social media posts or your emails. White space pulls the eyes in. Your job is to get people to consume your content, not buy. It's not there to get people to buy. People are going to buy because your email. You're going to build trust with them and lower their guard. Okay? So let me wrap this up real quick. So I want you to send those once a week. If you're getting 30+% open rates, go 2 weeks in a row. If you get 30% open rates on a Monday, okay, you need to flip to Thursday too. Monday, Thursday, 6 a.m. All right? Then what I want you to do also, though, is I want you to, after about 4 weeks of this, I want you to throw the results. Well, 4 is not enough. Well, after you've done 8 emails, I want you to put it in chat. I want you to put it in Gemini. I want you to put it in any of the models and say, okay, here are the emails. Here's the spreadsheet. Here's the data sent them. Here's the open rates. Here's the subject line. Based on these emails, please write me 8 more that hone in on what they want and don't talk about the things they don't. You guys, meet people where they're at. Make deposits in the business relationship equity. Now, let me make it really real for you. Ready? This is make calling simple. You call the people that have opened your emails the most and check in. It's that simple. It's that simple. Make deposits in the business relationship equity account. Really simple stuff. That wasn't, let's see, I talked about phone calls and email. Isn't that crazy? You should have come here with something more. You know, I'd lack integrity if I came here to talk to you about something sexier. My job is to come here to talk to you about the things you're probably not doing. How many of you have been doing that with your email? Okay, 1, good. Good job, sir. That's about normal, 1. Okay, does it work pretty good too for you? It's the main, huh? Main driver. 72, right, Carrie, you've been in these rooms hearing it. Yes. No, I mean, no, I know, that's awesome. Dude, you rock. You're here this year going, yep, huh? If you want to be rich, do email. But here's the thing. You know what, though? If you want to build a beautiful home, you got to lay a nice foundation. That's the thing. Foundation, frame, roof. Thank you, Carrie, Dan, for the opportunity to be here. So great to see all of you. The most important thing I hope that you take away is really look at this thing and ask yourself, am I overcomplicating things? Number one. Number two, am I doing what I say I need to do? Not Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Not Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. No, am I doing the things I need to do? And then the final piece is this. Go back to your personal situations in life. Maybe you need to go back to someone personally and say, you know something, this thing's been going on. I need to own it. Here's how I participated. Watch what will happen with them. Like with my wife, if we have things, you know, that come up, I'll come back around and go, you know what, I was wrong. I need to make it right. Because by the way, an apology is a cop-out. Because you know apologies got a script too. I'm sorry, what are you going to say? That's okay. See, live in personal responsibility, that freedom. Thank you, I appreciate you.
You've been listening to HyperFast Agent Growth Show with Kerry Shull and Dan Lesniak. Real strategies, real results, real estate done differently. If you love this episode, tap subscribe and share with another agent who's ready to grow.